They say we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in a day and yet underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. And I'm hoping to prove that wrong, at least the year part. Come with me this week as I overhaul my small art business and lifestyle to meet my goal of sustainable income by the end of the year. I have gone all in on my small business with enough funds to supplement my income as needed until the end of the year. If I'm unable to make ends meet by December, no harm, no foul, I'll get another job. However, that would mean that this business goes back on the back burner. I'm doing this because I really want to make moves in my small business, moves that I typically don't have the time or the energy to do whenever I'm working for someone else. Already this year, I have made improvements to my habit and to my workflow, but I'm finding that I need just a little bit of accountability. So I wanted to include this journey in my vlogs, kind of as the theme of the year. I want to make a promise to myself and to you with goals and actions behind it. I'm going to do this in 3 ways. 1, overhauling my habits. I'm not the best sleeper. I don't take care of my body as well as I should. I'm mostly a sedentary creature as an artist, as most of us are. I need to eat better and exercise more, and who doesn't need to do that? But I am noticing it starting to take a toll on my day-to-day life. So this is going to mean going to bed by 11 p.m., getting up at 8 a.m., having breakfast first thing in the morning, moving my body every day, whether I like it or not. And it doesn't even have to be anything crazy, like I'm not doing CrossFit or anything, just like go on a walk. Take, a yoga class. And lastly, using tools to hack my ADHD, which we're going to talk about later. It's fun, I promise. Number 2, consistently creating content and sticking to the creation schedule. I am notoriously awful at sticking to a content plan, and I think it's because I'm just a little overambitious. I have a million ideas and I want to get them done and get them done now because I want to grow really fast, but that's not how I work. And I need to accept that. So that means creating a realistic posting schedule and sticking to it. And then lastly, just kind of overhauling the foundation of my business to begin with. My last video you saw, I did handmade polymer clay charms. And while I absolutely love doing that, it doesn't make sense for me as far as my time or money is concerned. It's a huge time investment. There's no guarantee that people are going to buy the things after you make the huge time investment. And also, it's just really hard on my body. I've come to the conclusion that instead of having a business that does clay charms, hand prints, and print on demand like sweatshirts and t-shirts and blah, 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 I need to niche down. And I know you're thinking like, Chelsea, oh my God, that's literally the first thing you should do when starting a small art business is you niche down as much as possible. And like, bestie, I hear you, okay? But I have like 1,000,005 interests and I want to make them all. But I'm realizing that's not a sound business strategy. So I decided paper products that I can make in-house. So that's going to mean stickers, bookmarks, postcards, stationery, maybe, definitely prints. The whole smorgasbord of everything I can make on this beautiful Epson 8550 printer. Thank you, Mom and Mark. Appreciate it. To that end, since I'm niching down, I feel finally confident to really just go for it as far as product creation goes. Throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks, maybe find myself along the way. That'd be pretty cool. Now, once I have about 10 to 15 more products in line that I feel comfortable pitching to people, I want to jump into wholesale. Now, I know that means stuff like fair, but also reaching out locally to small businesses in my area to see if they are willing to buy any of my product. I don't know the first thing about this. It's going to be trial and error and a ton of research. And if any of you know anything about that, please do tell. Please do tell in the comments. Thank you. This is going to require a lot of juggling, but I think if I do this correctly, I can work smarter and not harder and kind of let these goals weave into one another. It's a maze of growth, an onion of growth. What's another metaphor? 4-dimensional chess. I need to give a quick disclaimer, okay? I know that I am making these videos for hopefully other small business owners so we can commiserate together. That being said, please do not do what I am doing. The smart thing to do is work until your business is taken off and then quit your job, okay? I'm not like that, unfortunately. I don't have the bone of hustle in me. It was beaten out of me when I worked in nonprofits when I was 24. The hustle is simply not within me. I know myself, and that means that I know that I can't really do any of the things that I want to do in a meaningful way unless I am solely focused on this. I'm in a unique position where doing things this way is not going to hurt me in any way. Well, please look to other creators like Kelsey Rodriguez. She's really great and she has very sound advice for small business owners and creatives who want to take this full time. She never recommends that you do what I'm doing. Don't do what I do as I say. So, that being said, grab a cup of coffee or tea or Diet Coke if that's your vibe. It's certainly mine. And let's make my dreams happen, y'all. I've always been my own worst enemy. Bad habits stemming from cycles of depression, working in the service industry for years, and giving into immediate gratification have ruled my life for a long time. I'm a night owl, therefore I love sleeping in. As a result, I've never had a consistent schedule, which is what initially drew me to self-employment in the first place. But I don't think a lack of schedule is feeding me anymore. It's, frankly, hindering my work-life balance. I've been going directly from my bed to my desk, drinking a cup of coffee with no breakfast just to wake up and diving immediately into work, neglecting every single one of my needs. And on top of it all, I constantly feel like I'm behind. So, it's time for a little discipline. It's time to hold as much importance to the promises I make to myself as the promises I make to others. And that can be hard. But repeated broken promises, even in small, seemingly innocuous ways, makes it hard to trust yourself. So it's time to build some trust back with myself, starting with this small, silly little routine. Hey guys, it is 11:40 on Thursday. You saw my get ready this morning and I think it went really well. I actually woke up at 8 a.m. I was so proud of myself because I stayed up way too late last night, as I tend to do. I went to bed around 1 o'clock because, you know, me and my long distance bestie, we were watching one of our shows together and we just gabbed until super late, and then I couldn't wind down because I was so excited of having chatted with my long distance bestie, and now here we are. Today I'm going to be finishing some product designs that I hadn't quite finished yet, one of them being this guy. I'm calling it the Goblets for now. It was previously an old doodle that I had just done probably a couple years ago and then did nothing with, but I think that they're really awesome, so I wanted to create a product out of them and use up some material. I'll definitely be going through my backlog of old material for the next couple of weeks until I get everything out that I've intended to get out. So I'm going to be making this design specifically into a bookmark. I'm going to update the design to make it a little bit more cohesive for a print, probably postcards and tote bags as well. Additionally, I'm going to be altering this little armadillo bookmark that I have. So this was previously a tattoo that I gave to an old coworker of mine. I did update the design though. Her tattoo is like the armadillo's little sheriff, and he's wearing cowboy boots and has a hat and like a badge and everything. This guy's just your classic Texan 9-banded armadillo. I want to make it two-sided, so I'm going to just take this background design and just make it a pattern, essentially. I am just going to do my best to finish these drawings and produce the products, as much of them as I can, so that way in a couple days time I'll be able to take some product photos.
Soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit undone and be the cat in the sun. Every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind. Simmer down, settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun. I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun.
Hey guys, so it is around 3 o'clock and I finished with my drawings. I took a little break and now I'm going to make all of the bookmarks that I had just finished working on. I'm really pleased with how everything turned out, especially the goblets and also the background for the armadillo. The pattern's going to look really cute on the back. I just know it. So yeah, let's get to it.
Ferns and Carlen, every living thing.
Before I get going for the day and meet my friends for co-working, I wanted to have a quick chat about working with ADHD and being a small business owner. Two of the most difficult aspects of my neurodivergence that I deal with on a day-to-day basis are time management or poor time management and decision paralysis. So I've come up with a way to gamify my tasks every single day to help me be a little bit more engaged and not overwhelmed. I call it my daily tasks sheet. Creative title, I know. Let me walk you through this real quick. You'll see here we have two different columns labeled 1 through 6. We have our tasks column, our time spent on the tasks column, and XPs. I have the numbered 1 through 6 because I can either do it highest to lowest priority, or if I'm absolutely stuck and just like can't figure out what to do, I'll take a 6-sided die, roll it. Oh my God. So rolled on 3, I would assign myself a third task. Now let's chat about the time category real quick. If you have ADHD and you're like me, I am really awful at managing my time correctly. This is in part a training tool to help me realize how long something actually does take instead of just my guesstimate. And it also keeps me incentivized to stay on track time-wise. I'll set a timer on my phone and see how long the task actually takes me played out in real time. If I get the estimate time right, I will give myself plus 50 XP points to reward myself for good time management. If it takes me a little bit longer than anticipated, I'll just make a little note on the sheet, like how long it actually took me. And if I finished right on time, I'll just get the XP points I started out with. I don't do minus XP points for going over time because I don't feel that that's helpful to anyone and it just makes you feel bad. So I don't recommend using it that way. So here we have our XP points. This is meant to reward you with experience points, like if you're playing a video game, based on the task that you do and the time it took you to do it. They're kind of arbitrary, but I have it laid out elsewhere kind of with like some XP point suggestions. This could be anywhere from like 25 to 100 or whatever. The system may seem really silly, and frankly, it probably is. But it's a fun and intuitive way to tackle to-do lists that I would otherwise dread doing. If this seems like something that would help you, I have included a link in the description below so you can access this resource for free. The PDF contains the daily task sheet, the weekly and monthly XP tracking templates, as well as a how-to explainer, XP point suggestions, and also reward suggestions. You can go as hard with this as you want to, or you can use it super casually. Just take what you need and leave the rest. It needs to be said that I can't take entire credit for this idea. About a year ago, I saw a TikTok where a girl was having a really hard time doing some really hard chores, and she made a task list numbered 1 through 20, and she had a D20 die, and she rolled it and accomplished her tasks in 2 days, and it probably would have taken her a week otherwise. Unfortunately, I can't remember who this creator is. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you've seen this video, please drop her handle in the comments. I would love to give her credit for this idea. In my videos moving forward, I want to provide some sort of free resource for small business owners. Please let me know in the comments what suggestions you might have about resources that would be useful to you. Now let's go meet the girls. Hey guys, it's Monday morning and I overslept by like a lot. And listen, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Chelsea, you literally just said that you need to improve your habits in order to make your business successful. And like you have a year-long challenge and like you don't want to disappoint your audience. And Bestie, you're so right. But the thing is I'm a reader, unfortunately. And what being a reader means is that sometimes you stay up until 2:30 in the morning because the plot finally got good. And then you wake up at 9:30 in the morning already with an overwhelming amount of disappointment in yourself because you stayed up way too late because you're so tired. But we're going to persist anyway. You know, it's just unrealistic to expect that I'm going to do it perfectly every single day. And sometimes you just got to feed your soul a little bit. You got to read the book. You got to stay up late reading the good book. And if you're interested in what that book is, it is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I'm having a really great time. But I digress. I'm going to be focusing on product photos today. I just have to shoot one of the products that I made last week. I actually cheated a little bit and did the product photos for the armadillos bookmarks a couple weeks ago. So I won't be having to do that today, thank goodness. So I just have to shoot the goblets and edit those photos. So I am essentially just going to be taking those photos, editing them, and then posting across all social media platforms and also to my Etsy store, both of the bookmarks, and updating those listings. And then posting those listings. So that'll be really fun. Yeah, so I'm going to stop yapping at you and get to work. Hey guys, so it's the last day, and I wanted to have a little check in about how things went this week and how my goals are. I initially said that I wanted to make this business sustainable in 3 ways. The first one being making my habits work for me, getting to sleep at better times and eating better and taking better care of my body. Now, as for sleep, listen, y'all, okay? This is going to be something that I'm going to be working on for years to come. I can just feel it. I am a bona fide night owl. I feel directly descended from the people who'd watch over the campfire at night. That's just who I am at my core. But I just so desperately want to be a morning person that in tandem with the wanting to take better care of my body, I have gone to a couple of sunrise yoga classes in the last week. Eating, I've definitely eaten better. A good high protein breakfast in the morning really does make a difference because, I want to make sure I get all the calories I need if I end up working through lunch because my little neurodivergent brain just loves working through lunch, forgetting about eating, forgetting about most things, really. As far as taking better care of my body in general, I have not shown on camera, but I have been in my fitness girl era. I take ballet, and I am coming to the point in my classes where it's getting a little difficult because my body is just simply like not in good condition for it. And no shade to me or anything. I work from home. I'm a sedentary creature. I'm an artist, right? I don't move a lot naturally throughout my day. So I've been going to Pilates. I'm just the kind of person that I need a class. I need structure. I can't just go to the gym and lift weights. It's really, really boring to me. So number two, consistently posting across social media platforms. So I did notice, and I didn't talk about it much in this video because my focus was very much on my products and my art and how I want to expand there. And that's all well and good, but just to let you guys know, I kind of fell off posting on Instagram the way that I wanted to. So I really went with an aggressive strategy at first, and it just bit me in the butt. Like, I'm not the kind of person that can post every day. I have a very strict work-life balance, and that's what I need. I've learned this after much trial and error. My new goal is going to be to post 3 quality things a week. And, do like light engagement and like stories and stuff in between. But yeah, I just think that my goal of like posting one thing a day just because I had a bunch of ideas is like really silly. I don't have the energy for that. Lastly, the third one we all saw in the flesh is the overhauling the foundation of my business. I'm going to be taking both the armadillo and the goblet design and kind of putting them across like multiple mediums. So yeah, maybe like postcards or greeting cards, prints, bookmarks, tote bags, things like that, because I really want to hit that 100 product mark by the end of the year. I mean, really, if between you and me, you guys, I want it to be 150. I know that's ambitious, but I'm ambitious. So, and then also, I didn't quite get to it this in this video that went across like 3-4 days, but I have started my wholesale research. Priority is to build up that inventory, get that going with my wholesale catalog, and then start cold pitching to businesses. So I think we I think I did really great this week. And thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting me in any way, shape, and form. You're the real ones, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share. If you'd share, I will give you a forehead kiss. Not in person. I don't necessarily know all of you, but consider your foreheads kissed. I'll see you guys probably in the next week or two. I want to make my next video kind of as a continuation of this series about what I'm doing next week, but I also want to talk about the unfortunate reality of burnout as a small business owner. It's really, really hard sometimes when the entire business and your entire livelihood rests firmly on your shoulders. So, we're going to be talking about ways and strategies in a nice way, in a non-threatening, nice way, and how to build into our day-to-day lives ways to overcome that. Not that I'm an expert. I've just experienced it. I'm just like, I'm approaching 29 next month, and I've been in a lot of working circumstances where I have hit the wall of burnout and it has drastically affected my life. So, hoping to sprinkle some words of wisdom on you next week. I'm going to head out of here, and I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Do something nice for yourselves this week. Yeah, love you. Bye.